Traders, good morning. 9:55 a.m. March 20th, 2015. I do apologize if there was no other previous recordings for quite a while, but been going into some transition. As you can see right here, this is a live trading account, and what I'm showing you, trades that I'm in. Uh, if you see right here, these are all the positions I'm in. You'll see how many shares or options I have. I'm have a Gilead put for 75. Right now it's trading at roughly, where is Gilead? Huh? I had Gilead here. Oh, here it is, first one. 102.09. It's up 65 cents. Up. I have put at 75 for a strike price. Doesn't mean we'll get it, but I feel like Gilead's going to deteriorate lower. And even though gapped up today, but when you look, this is a 10-minute, but when we look more long term, it does show that there's resistance. I'm just hoping the resistance holds. We only got 20 contracts. We risked about $600 over here, but you know, it's well worth the risk, especially if it goes to 90. I'll be happy with that, even though our strike price is at 75. Let's go further. I know I usually start the tutorial with new recordings when I'm getting into trades. However, I just keep getting into positions, and I wasn't able to unless I get out of positions and start again. So we're recording right now, and it's all live. This is NYXO. I'm just going down the list right here. As you can see, I have 10.5 million shares of NYXO. My average price is 0.00054. Right now, it's at 0.0002 by 0.0003. They're showing 200 at the ask. However, there's a lot of hidden orders. Some of the individuals that do understand trading, they're going to say, hey, how come I can't see the market depth? Why do we only see level 1 bid and ask price, but we can't see the market depth? Well, my trading tactics, I'm not a day trader. I really do not I really do not care who's at the current bid or ask, or 2-3 pennies, or 100 tenths of a pennies, or whatever it is, away from the bid and ask. I really don't care about that, right? I'm saving money. Remember, this is a professional trading account. I trade my own account. This is obviously my own account through Interactive Brokers, but I do also invest and trade for other individuals as well through Interactive Brokers as an investment advisor. But we'll talk further. I also provide education services for individuals that actually want to, invest and trade on their own. Do what I do, maybe become an investment advisor, or even run a hedge fund someday. That's fine. I do teach courses at worldtradinginstitute.com. Courses are available every month. It's 2 weeks long, Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. But let's continue further. Let's go to Pengrowth Energy. This is PGH. By the way, wherever you see the greens, this is my buys, right? So anything above this green area, you see this green area, or higher, is all profits. Anything below it, it's a loss. And these are obviously my stop orders. You see a red line. This is to protect my downside. We got in at PGH at 261 with 261.5 with ticket charges or so. Right now, it's 277 by 278. We really got it like right at its lows right here. When I noticed the energy bottom, I looked at the weekly chart and I saw a triple bottom, possible reversal, head and shoulders play. So I wanted to execute that on it. 261. This stock pays dividends every single month. It's a Canadian company, so you're going to have to pay Canadian taxes and U.S. taxes. However, the annual dividends combined is just about 10% annually, and it doesn't include whatever you make on the upside potential. So that's an extra bonus. If you're an investor that's looking for something that provides you monthly income and possible potential up movement, I think PGH is the way to go. Especially, seems like both oil and energy prices are stabilizing, and we got a triple bottom reversal, head and shoulders hopefully in play. It does look like that's what's happening. The support is confirmed. We'll need another week or two to see, but I'm not planning to trade this for a week or two. I think I'm going to have this for a long time. I'll collect my dividends and I'll wait, maybe, I don't know, I would say when oil and gas hits a resistance level. Right now, my target price is maybe 550, but I didn't set that order because it could be a lot higher, and I just want to collect dividends as it keeps going higher if energy prices and oil prices actually bottom. Okay, so that's PGH. Now let's go to Tesla. This is my other options. This is Tesla right here. I have an option put on Tesla, okay? I had a call yesterday prior to, but I paid $250 on the option call because Elon Musk was going to speak. And usually when he speaks, the stock soars 40% every single time. There's at least a 20% up move. So I try to get in that. I bought an option call. Didn't happen. Went the other way, but I already had this option call. I had this option put, excuse me, right here for Tesla. Option puts, when you buy option put, you want Tesla to go down. Our strike price is 130. So maybe it won't hit 130, maybe it'll hit 160. We'll still profit, okay? But I bought a call yesterday for Tesla, meaning to go up because Elon Musk was going to speak. So I got in the call prior to, because every time Musk speaks about Tesla, it surges, it pops, right? However, that didn't happen yesterday. It dropped about 5 points. Okay, so what I did was after he spoke and I noticed it was dropping, I exit out. I took about $150 loss. You know, maybe I took $150 risk. Is it worth it? Was it worth the possible reward? Well, maybe if I didn't have this put right here, I would not enter that position because I knew this put will protect my downside risk if it went the other way. The fact was when Elon Musk spoke and Tesla ended up dropping 5 points after he spoke, that showed me that my first option play on Tesla was correct, which I had. And that call that I purchased for, I don't know, $250 or $270, it was 10 contracts. It wasn't even 20 like this. Just so you know, just to try to capture some profits. What I did was I ended up losing about 150 on it. And I got out of position. I hit the bid, took a 150 loss, but you know what? It confirmed my Tesla put, right? So now let's go into ECIG. Now, ECIG is another stock that we're looking at. Okay, and I'm gonna try to provide these updates on worldtradinginstitute.com and our YouTube feed. I also post it on Twitter and Facebook for other individuals to review it. However, sometimes I'm really busy and it might take a day or two for me to post these videos. I just do millions of things at once. If that does happen, just be patient, but I'm gonna try to post everything I do for the trading day. I'll post it on World Trading Institute. This way you can see as we progress. You watch the next day's video and the next day's video and the next day's video. Now sometimes I won't be able to record that day. And I'll give you prior notice in the previous recording that I'm going to step away and our stop orders are wherever they are. Okay, so now let's take a look at ECIG over here. This is we have one more stock to view prior to. All right, so ECIG. ECIG is electronic cigarettes. My brother actually brought this stock to my attention. I don't know how. He's not a market wizard. He's still trying. He wants to learn the stock market, and you know, he downloaded some apps on his iPad mini, and he came to me about I think 2 weeks ago and say, "Hey Zelman," and I'll show you exactly where he came to me because I actually remember. He said, "Hey Zelman," I was like, "Yeah." He goes, "What do you think about ECIG?" So I looked into it, and when I looked into it, it was like right here or so, right? So I said, "Oh, it already made its move. Maybe doesn't look too healthy." And I sort of dropped down. And excuse me, that's my fax line going off. And I sort of dropped down, and then its support right here and popped. And I wasn't paying attention because I was in other stuff. It popped, and then I saw this resistance level right here. So what I did was, I waited for some type of support. I saw this hammer right here, confirmed support, excuse me. I bought it actually at like 13 and a half or somewhere around there. I placed my stop order a penny below the shadow. Guess what happened next day? It actually took me out. I took a $500+ loss. It took me out. And I believe I only had 20,000 shares long. Now I have 40,000, but I believe we had 20,000 shares long. It took me out. I lost like $550 after just one day. Like the next morning, I lost it after getting into position. I was really upset. It took me out at 11 cents, at the low end 11 cents. I saw it was creeping back up. I was like, oh my God, you're going to take me out to go higher? Happens to traders, right? But the stop order, I'm not going to say it was accurate. The real stop order is where it is now because this is the shoulder right here. I thought this shoulder was strong enough, but obviously it wasn't. But as you can see, this tail and this tail bottomed right here and it held, right? If you don't understand what I'm talking about, take a course at World Trading Institute. I promise you'll understand a lot more. That's why you should take a course with us. Anyhow, so I started getting back in over here, And what I did was, I think I paid like 12.2, 12.3, as you can see the green bar right here. And anything above green's in the money, okay? So, and I placed my stop order this time on the accurate level was a penny below this line right here. And as you can see, it trailed up to it, but not at it or below it, and ticked back up. So that shows me support, and then it looks like a reversal head and shoulders and a possible W wedge. Now, I wouldn't really call this a W wedge just because a W wedge works in the down market. This stock was going upwards, so this W wedge I wouldn't call, but however, if you do look closely, we can see a reversal uptrend, cup and handle, whatever you technical traders like to call it. And I'm for it. I like what I see. I have 40,000 shares long here. Okay. So, and by the way, you're just viewing my account. You're not viewing anyone else's account. To give you the heads up, I'm an investment advisor at Zelman Capital Advisors. Go to zelmancapital.com. If you would like for me to manage your money, that's perfectly fine. But I do educate individuals who actually wants to learn how to invest and trade the way I do. Listen, the more people that understand what I understand and they see what I see, chances are it will go that way because the more buyers, the higher the price goes because there's less sellers. And, the same way the other way. If there's more sellers, chances are it's going to go lower because there's more sellers than buyers. Okay? So that was ECIG. Now let's go to Malaysia. This is a brand new airline with gas prices at these levels, even though it's going up right now, but gas prices at these levels, and this is a new airline. They're in Terminal 4 in JFK, New York City, from Brooklyn, New York. So, this seems like to be the next JetBlue. It seems like the JetBlue in the beginning. It seems like it is the next JetBlue, right? And it's just roughly a penny and a half per share. Own 200,000 shares of this. Now, why I own this? Like I said, it's a new airline. Their headquartered, their main areas of target is JFK, New York City, where their headquarters are, and St. Petersburg, Moscow. Little Russia's in New York City, right? So they strictly are targeting their market. And what else they're doing? They're targeting every major city in the U.S. For flight services. So not only are they targeting main cities in the U.S., but their flagship is JFK, New York City to St. Petersburg, Russia. Okay. Now, why? Well, we have a lot of Russians. I'm Russian myself, by the way, but we have a lot of Russians living in New York City, right? So it seems like I'm not saying they're the only company. I mean, there's a lot more airlines out there, but to start with that type of flagship, that particular international flight, and work on local flights in the U.S., that brings a lot of volume and opens other investors' eyes to that, knowing, hey, we got a new airline and they're starting in JFK. JFK, hey, you know what? It's a travel spot of the world. Okay, so those are all the positions. You see JPY cash. I was trading currency. I really don't trade currency. I lost 1,000 yen. That's about $8.50 to the US dollar. You see minus 11,000 USD cash because I'm on margin. Okay, so I'm on margin, so that's why you'll see a negative, then a positive. When I get out of positions, you'll actually see it start removing the negative until it's positive, okay? So I'll pause it here right now. As you can see, what we're in right here, we got Gilead put, we got a Tesla put, we got NYXO call, 10.5 million shares. I actually spoke to the COO of NYXO. An amazing guy. I also run a startup called My Camcast. It's a live streaming video through your Google Android. You can actually share live video feeds through text messages, emails, and obviously on My Camcast from app to app. Review it if you have a Google Android phone. It should be out for Apple and iPhones and for Apple applications, excuse me for stuttering, in the next I would say 6 months tops, but 3 to 6 months. But all you Droid users, if you're going somewhere this weekend, you're going to concert, or even a friend or family members get married, or anything else that might be entertaining for individuals that you want to share, Go to my Camcast, live stream it, add an individual or individuals that you want to share it to, and whatever you live stream, they'll receive it live on their phone, either through text messages or emails. I'll pause it here, provide you guys another update. Remember, this is Zellman from WorldTradingInstitute.com and ZellmanCapital.com. I'll pause it here, provide you guys another update soon. Traders, it's 10:38 in the morning, March 20th, 2015. Real quick update. We're looking at energy, the Drixion Daily Energy Bull 3 times, ticker symbol ERX, and it looks like it's trying to break through today's highs, right? Now, PGH is an energy stock, which we're in. We have 7,000 shares long. It just formed a new low. Why? Okay, why? I'm stunned by this as well, but there could be a good reason why. It's called trading the gap. All right? There's a theory. In order for a stock to continue going higher, it has to fill its gap. So to fill its gap, this would be 267, and that's 268. So would it be considered? Well, this is considered filling gap. If it hits 267 as well, it will fill its gap as well. I mean, that would be a better gap fill. Then it should continue going higher, right? Now, the fact that ERX is battling its highs of the day and PGH is pretty much formed a new low for the day, my bet is once it forms a new high on the ERX, excuse me, which is 54.35, which is 10 cents away from now, my belief is pen growth will pop and will continue going higher. Currently, pen growth, PGH, right now, pretty much at the lows of the day. I mean, it's still up 4 cents because it gapped up, right? But it has to fill that gap before it can go higher. 268 is considered somewhat filling its gap to me. 267 is also filling its gap. 266 is closing its gap. Now, it can close its gap, but on the 10-minute time frame, we would like to see it go above. It could go above and fill its gap. So meaning, you see like a shadow here? If it closes gap and offers a shadow, and then the bar is higher than where it dropped to and closed the gap, that'd be great. It would be called filling the gap, and that's healthy, okay? That's perfectly fine. Even sometimes when it closes its gap, it continues to go higher, but usually when a stock closes its gap, not usually, at times when it closes its gap and it stays underneath closing it and doesn't go back up, not like filling gap. Closing gap is like, let's say it goes to 264, right? And it doesn't rebound off that, chances are it'll continue going lower. Okay, now if it trails to 265, 266, and then rebounds up to 266 or higher, it filled its gap and it can continue to go higher. Okay, it's at 268 right now. I consider this a gap fill, even though it's a penny away. So we'll see what happens moving forward. As you can see, 268's been standing there, even though there's not much showing. Was it 2,300 compared to it's 18,400 right now. So the ask is stronger than the bid. But remember, we want to see if the ERX hits a new high not too far away. You see it's testing its highs right now, 32, 34. And as it breaks through, I wouldn't be surprised if we see PGH go up as well and explode because it has to catch up with the energy market, right? Now, worst case scenario, I'm just going to go back to PGH real quick, and I'm trying to teach you guys here, but it's not enough. And so worst case scenario, if PGH does continue going down, we want it to close above 266 or higher. The reason for this, and if it doesn't, chances are I'll execute out, but 266 or higher, I mean, it could trail down throughout the day as long as it closes above 266 or higher, right? And the reason for that is I want this bar to be a break-even bar on the weekly trend, a weekly bar, or higher, right? I don't like to see red bars. Even though this is a doji right here and it popped green, well, this is a doji right here and it's also green. So what will happen coming Monday? It should pop, right? Well, next week should pop, all right? But now if I go further back, hammer, green bar, popped, all right? So now we have a reversal. This is a shoulder, this is a head, this is a shoulder. It looks like a reversal head and shoulders. And when I do the same thing to ERX, you'll see the same picture. Let me just back it up. Shoulder, head, shoulder, right? The pattern is the same. But PGX, excuse me, ERX, not PGH, sorry. But ERX, you see the triple bottom as well, is battling its highs for the day, or at least trying to get there, right? Where PGH pretty much hit its lows for the day. All right, now let me go back into the 10-minute bar. I just want to give you guys an update. This is what it looks like. As you can see, there's only 1,500 showing at the bid compared to 23,900 at the ask. We're waiting to see that breakthrough. Once we see ERX break through and hit a new high for the day, you'll see a lot of people on the sell side cancel out their orders, and more buys will step in at 268, and some people will even start hitting 269, right? Okay, so now let's go to ECIG, because I want to see what ECIG is doing. ECIG, oh, look like we got a miniature bull flag here. We got 1, 2, 3 triple bottom. Further out, nice stabilized, broke one downtrend and broke two downtrends, and this one, even though this downtrend is probably the more accurate, broke three downtrends, and it looks like we got a bull flag this way, right? So let's zoom in. Okay, now let's, okay, bear with me, guys. Let's add this, and we're looking for a green bar to break through this. We don't want shadow like this. You see this shadow? This doesn't count. We want a solid bar above it. Okay? If you get a solid bar above it, it should explode. Maybe you'll see 14, 15 cents today. That's good. Okay? Remember, this is a penny stock. It's at 13, not even 13 and a quarter, right? So it's just above, a little bit above 13 cents. We have 40,000 shares. So every penny it goes up, we make a good amount of money, okay? To be exact, if you guys really want to know how much we make $400 for every penny it goes up, okay? I'll pause it here, provide you guys another update soon. Remember, this tutorial is brought to you by World Trading Institute and its partners. Hey traders, real quick, I just wanted to give you an update on Malaysia Airlines. There was a huge ask price, over 1 million shares at the ask. And it seems like, excuse me, over, I believe it was 1 million shares at the ask. And it seems like they canceled out at 160. And look what happened. 165 was just printed. This reversal head and shoulders looks good. Let me just go to the daily. Let me show you what that looks like. I just want to back it up a little more. All right, so this is its downtrend. We want this downtrend to be broken. If it does break, it'll continue exploding. Remember, we got Malaysia Airlines. We got in long at 0.01528, including ticket charges. This is our price, 0.01526. Okay, that includes our ticket charges. And what we want to do is we want to see this bad boy break, right? So it's at 0.0165. Let me just, whoops, sorry about that. Let me just go to the hourly. I'm curious if we could see that trend line. There it is. All right. So that trend line needs to break. We need to break 1.9 for it to explode. It does look healthy. It does look like it's going to do it. Remember, this is a new company. It just started up recently. Let's take a look at Pen Growth real quick. Pen Growth is... looks like it's struggling at the moment at 268. Look at that huge red bar, right? See that? That's where it is right now. Battling at 268. It seems like 268 bottomed over here. Let's just take a look at ERX. Remember, 54.35 was its top. Didn't break through 54.35. It tested it more than once. Now it's at 54.21. Seems like it might tick down to... well, let me just put these support levels for you guys, so at least you guys will have somewhat of an idea of what I'm talking about. All right, so the first support level is here, the second support level is here, the third support level is obviously here, fourth one right here. Oh, damn, I thought I could put as much as I want. Apparently I have to keep doing it. All right, let's do that again. Second one here, let's do another one. Third one right here. I'm pretty sure this is more or less the same thing I just said. I just spot the supports. It's not like I'm making this up. Okay, and That's a fourth support, and let's just do one more, even though we're not going to go that far into it. But these are all the support levels. Chances are there's one more support level, but it looks like it might want to break that one, and that's this right here. Okay. Um, I usually use the second support level as a stop order when I'm trading, just because the first one sometimes breaks and bottoms out above the second one usually. So my stop order would be a couple of pennies below. Well, this is support and this is support, and this right here is support because of this green bar. Excuse me, guys. And what I would do, I would place my stop order maybe 53.42, a penny below this, even though this low is 53.47. Oh, it's 53.47, so right here should be good. 53.42 if I was trading ERX, but I'm not. It looks like it wants to bounce down, so it seems like that's why PGH is lagging a little bit. You see now it's at 269, 270. Remember, it had to fill its gap. We just stated that, right? At 268, it looked like it filled its gap. Now we want to see what happens because we had downward pressure, right? While ERX was battling its highs, PGH had some downward pressure. I'm assuming Penn Growth Energy investors said, hey, this is the top for the energy sector. And it seems like, well, the energy sector formed some type of support and increased to the high level of today. Now, let's see if they're right. I don't think they're right. Obviously, I think there's going to be, at least I'm hoping there's going to be a newer high for the day because we got an uptrend, right? We don't have a downtrend right now for ERX. But for PGH, we do have a downtrend, but we have a longer, we have a support level at pretty much right. Let me just put all the support levels for you for PGH, guys, and then I'll pause it here. All right, so we have a support level right here for PGH at 267, filled its gap. I mean 267 is support, so your stop order should be usually a penny or two, maybe even three below that, if you are trading this as a day trader and not somewhat of a swing trader or long-term play. Second support level is right here, and obviously my stop order is the third support. Well, there's more support levels. Let's just keep increasing them. Okay, so there's more support levels, and my stop order is right there in red. Okay, now it doesn't mean. Let me just remove. My apologies. Let's see if I can get rid of this. Okay, I just want to get rid of the crossbar. Okay, so this first support level is obviously strong because it's when it's testing its gap and it fills it, and it's usually strong. If it doesn't fill it, if it closes it and stays around here, we got this 263, 262 support level. Then the next level is 254, and obviously my stop's at 247. But however, remember I told you we want the stock to close at 266 or higher, right? So we'll see what happens. It's 269 by 270, 700 shares at 269. You got a whopping, you have 1,700 shares at 269, but you have a whopping 17,800 shares at 270. And that's pretty much it for Penn Growth. Let me just back it up a little more, show you what that looks like right there. Okay, now let's go to ECIG. ECIG still doing the same. Oh, hey, what happened to our trend line? So let's fix that real quick. Let's just back it up. All right, so we got this trend line. Okay, I want you to pay attention to this trend line. Very important. I gotta fix it, obviously. And for crying out loud, this is the only reason why I hate their platform. You never, sometimes it pays just to start over. Let me delete this. I apologize. I just started using this platform. Remove selected trend line. Huh, not even. Remove all trend lines. Look how easy that was. Okay, so let's try again. All right. All right. So there we go. This is its support level. This is its uptrend. All right. Give you another one for today. No, that's not good. I think like this would be good. Let me just move it up. All right. So this is somewhat of an uptrend. And now we have, I'm going to put two trend lines here. Come on, man. Messing with me. Apologize, it's taking so much time, but got to do what I got to do, all right? So pay attention to those key horizontal lines. All right, those key horizontal lines are more important than these trend lines because these trend lines pretty much tell you what the trend gonna be, and if it breaks through those trend lines, it can go the opposite direction. However, in order for it to break and go the opposite direction, so in order for ECIG to start heading lower, you see this trend line right here, it needs to break this trend line. Even though the uptrend and the trend line is pretty much at the same level right now, as the trading day increases, the uptrend is going to be higher, but the horizontal support level trend line will stay the same. And the same goes for the resistance. And look, I'll even put a downtrend for this as well, okay? The only way it's a real buy signal or sell signal if it breaks through the horizontal lines and not the momentum lines, which is an uptrend this way and a downtrend this way. All right, I hope that was enough info for you guys to understand that. I do apologize. Remember, 2-week course, 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. Monday through Friday, live trading just like this. And I actually sit there and teach you guys step-by-step processes. You obviously have to read a book, but if you can't read, it's not worth even trading. In order for an individual to learn, they need to read. I don't care what you do in life. I'll pause it here, provide you guys another update. Maybe sometime after 1, I'm planning to head to the gym right now. This is the lifestyle I live. I trade, I watch the markets, I try to enjoy life. My orders are there. As you can see, I have a stop order for every trade except for NYXO because it's a it's a hundredth of a penny stock. So what am I going to put a stop order on when it's trading at 0.0003 and 0.0004 right now? All right, I'll pause it here. Hope you guys enjoy this tutorial. I'll start provide you guys another update when I get back from the gym. Remember, this tutorial is brought to you by WorldTradingInstitute.com and their affiliates. Feel free to review all our live videos on WorldTradingInstitute.com and take a course with us. Our courses are usually the beginning of every month. We only educate 15 individuals at a time. Well, I educate 15 individuals at a time. Why? Because with the 2-week time frame, I can't teach 50. I'll pause it here, provide you guys another update soon. Traders, about to walk out, and ERX hit a new high right here, 54.47. If you can see, the high was 54.35, right? Now let's take a look at PGH real quick, and let's see how that's faring. It's at 268 at its lowest, at 269, 270. We'll see what happens moving forward. I'm pretty sure it's going to start going higher as ERX continues to go higher. It was really skeptical at when it was at ERX's high. That's why it was pretty much at its low, filled its gap. It looks good for us. I'm really happy about that. For ECIG, I just increased my stop order. Before, my stop order was just under 11 cents, and now I increased it to just under 12 cents, which is 0.1198, just under 12 cents, okay? The reason why I did this, remember, I placed my stop orders below the second support level. So since this is the first one over here for me, I just put it right here, okay? I'll pause it here, provide you guys another update soon, about 2.5 hours from now. Pause it here. Traders, real quick update. We have pen growth battling out right here, as you can see, 270 by 271. You see ERX popping, right? It's at 54.61 right now, so pen growth is understanding that it formed a new high and try and take back most of its, I'm not going to say losses for the day because it's still up. We're trying to head higher and continue and end up at a higher price per share at the close compared to where it is right now. The only lagger, look at Malaysia real quick. Malaysia, it just hit a new high for the day. Still going. Look at that animal. Love this beautiful stock. um, uh, the stocks that I invest in, I see them before I invest into them. You guys are gonna be like, hey, why are you only trading penny stocks? Pen growth's the highest stock that you're trading. I trade what I see. There's times you'll see me get into Ford, Microsoft. You'll see me get into various stocks. However, when I see stocks at like maybe, I don't know, 50 to 70, maybe $70 a share or higher. I usually buy options on them instead of trading them, just because I rather buy an option call or a put depending where I believe it's going to go, and risk maybe buy a call or put for 3 months, and maybe my expense would be $500. I'm willing to take that risk. However, trading a $50, $70 stock on roughly $25,000 account doesn't give me no room to make money in other places. If I buy 1,000 shares of $50 stock, that's 50 grand. Cool. As pattern day trader with 25,000 or more, you can have up to 100,000, right? So I have 50,000 to play with. But then when you buy pink sheet stocks, they're not marginable, okay? Freddie Mac's not marginable. ECIG's not marginable, Malaysia's not marginable, NYXO's not marginable. Why? Because they're all bulletin boards, pink sheet stocks. Penn Growth is marginable. Now, the way you decide it, and there's a quick, it's not 100% because NASDAQ is 4 symbols or more, right? 3 symbols or less is New York Stock Exchange, right? So trade on New York Stock Exchange, right? AMEX can have both, S&P can have both, but NASDAQ has 4 symbols or more, New York Stock Exchange has 3 symbols or less. Okay, so that's how you can differentiate them. And then, Tesla is a NASDAQ stock. It's 4 symbols or more. Apple, even though it's traded on the Dow, it's a NASDAQ stock. They started trading on the Dow yesterday, but Dow is just an index of the best, the elite 30 of all of our stocks, and Apple's obviously one of them, and I believe Exxon's one of them, and a bunch of others. However, but what we have here, Apple's a NASDAQ stock. How can you differentiate the two? Well, at the end, you have to look at what it says, okay? So usually you'll have something that says, let me just go to ECIG because it went negative just now. Look at that. You see that? We want to see if there's support right here. So usually what it says, it'll say at the end, .bb or .pk or .otb or OTCBB, right? If you see BB, if you see a .BB at the end of it or .PK, it's a pink sheet stock. Usually you will not see a .BB, well, you'll never see .BB or .PK stock at the end if it's not a pink sheet or a bulletin board stock. Just to give you the heads up. Right now, I don't like what ECIG is doing. You see how the support, it's at support level with the uptrend. We want to see if it'll bounce back over here. But I'll pause it in the meantime. I'll provide you guys an update soon. I'm not going to leave till about 11:30, so we have about 14 minutes or so. I'll pause it here right now. Guys, just giving you another update before I head out. It's almost 11:26 in the morning. Let's just take a look at Penn Growth real quick. As you can see, it's at 272 by 273. You see that? It's pushing it's heading back higher. Look at ERX. This is its exchange. Look at that. Bang. Actually, right now, let's see if I can just take one of these bad boys. Give me one of them. Oh, just had it. There we go. This is its resistance right here, okay? Breaks through there. Whew! It's going to look good for our energy stock. And people might ask, well, why aren't you in the energy bull 3 times ERX stock? Why are you in Penn Growth? Well, Penn Growth provides me monthly dividends. 10% a total for the whole year. And it's cheaper. $55, $2.60 plus monthly dividends. All right. Your monthly dividends is based on the price value of your stock. All right, so you get 10% of $260 per year. Well, average, maybe a little less, a little bit more. Tomorrow it's at $15 a share. I'm getting 10% a year on $15 a share. Okay, so now let me just take a look at ECIG right now. This is what's crushing us. As you can see, the sellers are trying to step in. Malaysia's doing good. I'm really upset that I got out of NYXO. I had 100,000 shares yesterday, but I got out at 188. It seemed like there was going to be a pullback. It seemed like there was resistance. I could pick it up at a cheaper price. I figured out I could pick it up at like 0.0165 or so. And it's, battling 2 cents right now. And if it breaks through 2, chances are I won't be able to jump in at that price. But we'll see. Times the essence. It's 11:27 right now. And this is what we're looking at currently ECIG. And I'll pause it here in another minute and a half or so, just because not only am I headed to the gym, but my car has to be moved by 11:30 or I will get a ticket. Um, let's just see what happens here. I'll be on here, get to hear my attractive voice, and we'll see what's gonna go on in a matter of moments. You see how ECIG is above it? Well, now it's below its trend. You see that? Right here, we want to see if it closes above this bar. I don't like when it breaks its first support level. I really don't like it, but it happens a lot. And what bothers me is it broke its first support level, but I'm in the money. Anything above the green is being profitable, all right? But my stop order is below it. So I have to take into consideration, well, should I take my profits and walk away, or should I, sell it? Or I mean, excuse me, hold it. I decide to hold. I rather risk and be wrong than get out for a small profit and be right. Okay. So I'm gonna pause it here right now. It's 11, almost 11:29. I gotta go downstairs, and trust me, I would have stood longer and actually continue watching ECIG with you guys, but I don't want to get a ticket, and I actually have to head to the gym right now. So I'll leave it at that. Today our P&L is 818. That's for the day. You'll see unrealized P&L. That's minus 2K. That's total positions. Most of it's coming from NYXO. Remember, our average price is 0.00054, and the last price was 0.0003. So if it goes to 0.0005, we'll be up over 2,000, and now unrealized would be a plus. Everything else is in the green. Let's see. Pretty much, I guess that's it currently, right? It seems like ECIG just doesn't want to agree with us right now. But I'll pause it here. I'll provide you guys another update when I get back in. Traders, I'm back. It's almost 1:40 in the afternoon right now, March 20th, 2015. Let's take a look at e-cigarettes. As you can see, it did trail down to up to where? The support level. Remember, our stop order was originally here, but it formed a new support level right here. So I want to increase my stop order to the second support level, right? Before this was a support level until this was created from yesterday's close into today's open, right? This formed a new support. We place our stop order, we increase it to the second level stop order, and we'll see. If it takes us out over here, chances are we'll probably see it go maybe 10, maybe 9 cents, and could try to pick it up. Will stop us out, take a small loss. Then we'll try to pick it up at 8 cents. However, if it pops over here, it's good for us, it's good for ECIG, and it's good for all the buyers. But soon we'll find out. As you can see, the ask is huge. Okay, we got a huge ask. I believe this is, excuse me, I believe this is over 10 million. Okay, this is 100,000, this is 5,000, this is 100. So this is hundreds, this is in thousands. Oh, this is in the 50,000s. After the comma is 100,000, after that is a million. So there was a million at the ask recently. All right, now it's 220 by 223. Let's just zoom in. It's at 225. All right, it's still looking a little shady for us, especially when you see the MAC try to go positive, and this is not looking too healthy for us right now, but we'll see what happens. Let's take a look at pen growth. It's at 269 by 270. Been pretty much trading sideways, even though the ERX, let's look at the ERX, pretty much still battling the resistance level, been trading sideways. And as you can see, PGH, pen growth, has done the same, right? Even though it formed a new low for the day, even though it was still positive for the day because it gapped up, while ERX formed a new high, it stabilized at this area where ERX is pretty much stabilized at the high of the day where its resistance level is. If it breaks through that resistance, we'll see pen growth go higher. Remember, we just wanted to close above 266. 266 or higher is good for us. It's 269, 270. It's 1:42 in the afternoon. There's less than 2 hours to 20 minutes left in this trading day. All right, so Malaysia looks like it's at 1.7 still. It's battling over 2 million at the bid. Remember, this is hundreds, this is thousands, this is 10,000, this is 100,000, and this is a million. Okay, so there's 2.1 million at the offer right now. And let's just take a look at NYXO, see what NYXO is. NYXO's 2 by a third, 100 share lots showing, but I'm pretty sure that's a hidden order. And let's go back to ECIG, where it seems like we're getting hurt the most right now. I mean, aside from NYXO, but that's like 100 penny of the stock. So, you know, how much lower can it go to 0.0001? It's already 0.0002 by 0.0003. Trust me, I'll buy some more at 0.0001 if it gets there. But our job is to make sure ECIG stays above that support level where my stop is. Support level is just above that. You see right here, and you'll see 12 cents flat is the low, right? Right here, look, 12 cents. Pay attention to this right here. All right, so this is 12 cents, right? So our stop order is at 0.11982, 2 tenths a little less. Okay, before our stop order was below this, but second support level was created, so we placed our stop order right here. Okay, so excuse me, a newer support level was created today at the open, so we placed it right here at the second support level. Now we're hoping to see it, you know, pop. I'm not saying I want it to explode, but you go back to 13 cents, you'll make me really happy right here, right? So that's what we're looking for. See how it broke its downtrend support level? Broke through the first level, but the second support level is right here. Let's see if it can hold it. I'll pause it here and I'll provide you guys another update soon. Remember, this tutorial is brought to you by WorldTradingInstitute.com. I provide all the trading courses live. Go to WorldTradingInstitute.com and take a course with myself. I'll pause it here. Guys, real quick, another education tool over here. It's 1:50 in the afternoon, March 20th. Excuse me, 2015, and I just want to show you this volume right here for this bar. Pay attention. You see this volume right here? Look at the bottom volume, 444,900. Pay attention to right here when I highlight it. You see that? Okay, so what this means is, obviously, people try to push this down. Buyer stepped in, didn't allow it. And you can tell, look how many shares were traded here compared to all this. Right? See that? All this. Except for obviously this big drop. But you notice this push, the seller was at this level and the buyer just pushed it out of the way. Well, they're still there at 229. But he pushed 400 plus thousand shares out of the way just to let them know we're here, we're buying, get out of my way. Okay, so let's see if they prevail. Okay, remember our stop orders at 0.1198. You see that? I'll pause it here, provide you guys another update soon. Look at this battle. This is a battle gonna be right here. I'll pause here, provide you guys an update real soon. See what happens. Traders, just about 1 minute left before the interval closes. The interval is right now roughly it's 209, so we have 1 minute left on this 10-minute candlestick bar. However, there's usually action, you know, close to the end of the candlestick. At least I'm hoping for it this time. I like to see it close at the ask price, which is 0.1230. Form a strong support right there if it does do that, or you know, they can try to keep hitting 0.1226. So we'll see what happens. There's another 20 seconds left. We'll see anything happens. Maybe there won't be a trade, but I noticed the last 3 or 4 minutes or so prior to the interval closing, there's a little action. So maybe there's not going to be any action left. There's only 5 seconds. And no action. No action. Nope, no action. No, so I'll pause it here. Let you know if something happens soon. Traders, now it looks like there's action for the first 3 minutes of ECIG. Let's see what happens. You see the bid we just picked up 0.1229 against 0.1230. See what happens. I just wanted to give you guys a heads up. Maybe they're trying to push it up from the beginning of the candlestick to make it stronger moving forward. I'll pause it here. give you guys an update when something does happen. The only reason why we're looking at ECIG over everything else right now, because this is the only thing that's negative. So we want to pay attention. It's close to our stop order. We want to pay attention if it's support, if it'll go higher. The other ones, I'm up. The stop orders are still there. I'm not expecting any of these to shoot up where I expect them today in my favor. But ESIG is, pretty much going against us right now. So we want to keep an eye on ESIG just to make sure that everything's accurate. Stop is okay. I mean, worst case scenario, I take a walk, I come back, it stops me out. Okay, now I know it's going lower. However, I just want to show you guys what trading is. And if you don't know, this is what it's about. Trying to analyze the markets, understanding who's trying to do what and where, at what prices, where's support, where's resistance, do you see an uptrend, a downtrend, what's your risk reward ratio, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. There's too many things to learn in just a little bit amount of time, but this is a tutorial. Give you guys an idea of what I do and how I educate individuals on a day-to-day basis. I'll pause it here, provide you guys another update soon. If you can see, the bid was just taken away, and now it's at 0.1226 by 1230 once again. So we'll see what's happening, but the ask is being hit. I'll pause here, provide you guys another update. Guys, 2:20 in the afternoon. I just want to provide you guys a little bit more information on looking at the 1 minute. Yeah, the ECIG is not, it's more volatile than a lot of other stocks like Sirius Satellite Radio, Microsoft, whatever it is. But it's a penny stock. Nonetheless, it traded 5+ million shares today, and the average daily volume is 19 million, 19.5. You can see that right here. Okay, but there's another little less than 2 hours ago, about 1 hour and a half left, and I noticed a trend on the 1 minute. Okay, so we saw sellers when it became all choppy trading and sideways trading. Look at that. Okay, so but when it became around here, you see buyer, 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 seller, seller, buyer, sellers, right? Those are buy, then seller kept pushing it down. Then buyers came, seller came, buyer came, seller pushed it more down, buyer came, seller came, buyer came, seller pushed it down, all right? Now we have a support level right here. But then you see the same thing. You see sellers, buyers battling it out. Buyer over here, sellers here, buyers over here. And look at the volume. That's where you see the transactions are happening. Sellers came over here, buyer came here, sellers came here, buyer came here, sellers came here, buyer came here, and the seller came here, buyer pushed it back up. Okay, so now this is where it's at right now, and the seller stepped in. But what I'm trying to state to you, if you notice the trend, I would say from here, from this point on, from this green bar, this little green bar, on, the buyer stepped in there and been holding the bid. Now, only time will tell if it does break through, and I can give you on a 1 minute good indication if it hits this particular price, it should go through, and the price would be right here. Okay, so if it breaks through that level on the 1 minute, we can see it go higher, and this will confirm support. Also, what I'm going to do for you is just show you this miniature 1 minute uptrend. Okay, and I think that's good enough. Somewhere around there, right? Look, pretty much it's at it, right? So remember, we don't care about that, because now on the 1 minute support level, this is the 1 minute support level, would be right around here, okay? And the resistance level is where I put it right there, okay? So this is where it's at. I mean, you could do a support level a little higher, but I just give the one that I feel is a stronger one, and I could place my stop there, but that's not the stronger one, okay? The stronger one is the one that 12 cents flat. So I have my stop order at 12 cents flat, and look, you see this little choppy trading right there, and you see 3-0. You see the buyers are pushing it up, doing whatever they can, and I know I'm talking a lot. I'm a talker, uh, but I also educate individuals, and hopefully I'm educating you while I'm talking. All right. Once again, this course is brought to you by WorldTradingInstitute.com, and I feel like I need to say it every time I get back on this recording, just so you know, you guys reviewed the tutorial today. You review it a week from now. But a month from now, you decide to take a trading course and you remember World Trading Institute.com. I'll post it here, provide you guys another update soon. Traders, take a look at what's going on right now. I just wanted to show you real quick. Remember I told you the stop order. Where was it? Right here, right? When I showed you on the 1 minute, well, my stop order is over here. But when I told you where support and resistance, 0.1219, right? That's what we had. Look, bidders at 0.1220, right? Look at the ask, 0.1330. Look what they did. They tried to push it down. See this uptrend? This is why you look at support resistance. Uptrend is just a guideline, not going to help you. Look, 0.223, right? They're trying to push it down. Sellers are trying to push it down, and they're waiting for the interval to close. They're pushing it down prior to the interval. 223, right? We still have shown 220 right here. Let's see what happens. I'm pretty sure we'll see a 0.1230 print real soon. Trying to get the sellers are trying to get the buyers out, and the buyers are trying to get the sellers out. It's only one winner. All right, and we'll find out real soon. Let me pause it here so this recording doesn't take longer than it really should. I'll pause it here, provide you updates soon. Battle of the buyers and the sellers is the story for eSignal today at this level. Excuse me, eSig, electronic cigarettes, eSignal. They have a great trading platform, eSignal. Have nothing against them. I think they have one of the best platforms out there. Anyway, so let's just take a look at eSig real quick, and then we'll talk about what everything else is doing. But eSig right here, pretty much, you know, the buyer stepped in. Look what happened over here. The buyer stepped in and put over 50,000 over here, and actually got out of that little area, but stood below this area. Remember, this is the resistance and this is the support level, right? And I put those lines up before all this happened. Okay, so what happened here? Look at the buyers. They saw that. They tried to take advantage to push it up. Bought an extra 188,000. However, the sellers had not budged. We really don't know how much they're holding here. These are hidden orders. Okay, I can place an order just like this. Look, quantity. Oh wait, forget quantity. Let me go to limit. You see hidden? That's it. It's hidden. See? Enter price. You're not going to see. You're going to see 10,000, maybe 5,000, but there could be 3 million. All right. So we really don't know how much he has. Obviously, all the buyers, and they're going to give it one more shot. Obviously, they're showing somewhat the truth at the bid here. There can also be hidden orders there. Obviously, there's hidden orders at 2.7, 2.3 because it wasn't showing at the bid and ask price, but you know, those orders were executed, and then you saw those prints. So we're still waiting. We really want to see ECIG break through this resistance level at 0.1235, and we really don't want to see it to break below 0.1219. All right, now let's go to pen growth real quick. Pen growth, yeah, that was just wanted to show you. Pen growth, this is 1 minute. Looking good for us too on the 1 minute, but let's take a look at the 10 minute. Looking good. Stabilized support, uptrend. You see, I told you this was a support. It filled its gap. And sideways, but trading up nonetheless, right? Looking good for us, all right? Now, this is ERX. This is its sector. As you can see, this is the 55.16 is its resistance level. If ERX breaks through, you can see PGH explode. But there's just a little over an hour remaining. Let's go with our favorite airline. Okay, we'll go with Baltia Airlines or Balgia Airlines. It could be pronounced several different ways. Whatever. But BLTA uptrend as well. And the 10 minute on BLTA looks like PGH is 1 minute. I'm going to show you that right now. All right, remember this chart right here. Looks good, right? You see it? See that? Now I'm just going to go 1 minute and I'm going to click PGH. And where the hell? Oh, there you are. There's PGH. Now, looks similar, right? Now I'm going to go to 10-minute PGH, and the reason for that is because PGH has more volume than BLTA. BLTA is more volatile, okay? But as you can see, the uptrend looks the same, right? It seems like airline and energy stocks are behaving, well, both my energy stock and my airline stock is behaving in a similar pattern today. All right. So let's just let's look at NYXO, and then we're going to talk about Tesla and Gilead. They're both puts, and it's trading. They're both a little up today, but these are for like 2 weeks, a month or so. We're going to talk about them as it progresses in our favor or goes against us. Right now, it's just trading in this trading range, but both of them are in a downtrend. NYXO, look at that. That's a lot of shares. Is that 100 million shares? And it's showing 200 at 0.0003. We don't know if that's true or not. Well, it's showing 100,000. It's showing 20,000. We don't know if that's true or not, but we'll see really, I guess, hopefully sometime today, because I would really like for it to close above 0.0004. And is there anything else over here? Well, let's just talk about Freddie Mac real quick. You see 0.11226 over there. But, oh, there's 0.1230. I'm looking at ECIG as it's moving and talking to you guys. Okay, Freddie Mac, okay. Now, I saw this. I longed Freddie Mac. I'm going to be honest with you guys, because anyone tells you that they never lose money trading is full of crap. Chances are you shouldn't invest or trade with them. I longed Freddie Mac around this level. I thought this was support, and I placed my stop order below here. And when I saw this, I exited out, right? So I exit out, excuse me, not here. I exited out right here. I saw this, and then the next day I got out. Started trading sideways. I saw this, right? So I took a loss, right? I bought back in, placed my stop order over here. It stopped me out. I got out, it dropped. I said, oh, okay, not bad. And I see it's still dropping. And then it popped this morning. Let me just go. This is each bar represents one day. So let's just go into this morning. This is for the whole. It pops today. I was like, oh, it finally found a bottom. It could be a great trade, right? I didn't get into it because I base my trades on the close and see what it looks like before I position myself into it. And then throughout the morning, I put my trade in, see what it looks like. But aside from that, that's too much we're getting into. Formed the M wedge and trading down to pretty much almost close to the lows of the day. Looks disgusting. I mean, it's a seller's market right now. People are buying real estate. Seems like it's doing good. So I'm assuming mortgages would be, a huge improvement moving forward. Maybe because they have a lot more competitors right now than what they did 10 years ago. Nevertheless, I just got to find its bottom, and then I'm going to want to jump in Freddie Mac as well. Let's go back into ECIG, then I'll pause it. All right, it's 2:50 in the afternoon, and we are right now attempting to retrieve data. That's what we're doing right now. But it looks like now e-cigarette, e-cigarettes. I usually say e-signal because I use their platform before, a great platform. There's other platforms out there, money.net, great platform. Spoke with the guys. I saw their services, products, and services. Great platform. We'll see how it goes with ECIG. Just take a look at what's going on right now and just disappear. They were showing I believe it was, what was it? I believe it was 10,000 more on the, 100,000, 10,000 more at the bid. And it seems like it just got wiped out. What you see, all the support right here, it's getting choppy. And what I want to do is just go back into the 1 minute. And I'm surprised something happened to my trend lines. And it looks like, there it goes. It seems like the platform has slowed down just a little bit too much. Look at this. All right. This happens to platforms. Let me pause it here. I'm going to restart this platform and then continue recording. Look at this. I restart the platform and the bidders are out. 0.1225. How many shares here? 47,000, 56,000. And it seems like either the bidders stepped away or they're hiding their bids. We'll find out real soon. Let's go back to the 1 minute. And where did my bars go? I'm so upset. Oh, there they are. I just won. But where did the support? Huh. Well, both support and resistance. Okay, let's do that again. All right. It's very strange. All right. So our support, our resistance was right here. And Or support. Wait, let me just go back further. Was right here, I believe. Right, close to. I think it was 1219, but I'm not gonna make it perfect. You guys get the idea, right? All right. So let me just zoom in like this. This is 1 minute and point. You see, it's 2-1 by 3-0 now. See what happens. It looks like the bidder stepped away from 2-5. However, they could be hiding. We really don't know. And it seems like it was right here after that 47,000 print. Um, they backed away. I'll pause here, provide you guys another update soon. Traders or future prospect traders, I just want to give you another update. You see all these lines, Dizzy, this is all ECIG. Let me just start removing some lines over here, okay? Ah, for crying out loud. Why are you doing that? There we go. Oh, remove this trend line. Remove this trend line. All right, now let me just back it up. All right, so this is where these downtrends took effect. First one was broken. This is where I pretty much got into when I saw this was broken. It went up, however, wasn't paying attention to this trend line because it hasn't been formed yet until today, right? Which I just noticed and I put it up there. So, look like a bull flag, But it went up earlier today, formed support, and then what happened? Formed another downtrend. That's why I put this downtrend up here. So now it's trading at the support level, as you can see, obviously. Now let's zoom it in, okay? You see it's within this trading range. If it breaks up higher, it'll go higher. If it pretty much goes lower, it'll probably stop me out. So we still want to see breakthrough 3-0. Look, it dropped down to 2-5. Remember, it was battling 3-0 all this time, and the seller is just relentless. But the buyers are still there, okay? So we have 23,000 showing at the ask, and we have 100,000 showing at the bid. All right, so we'll see what happens. I'm going to pause it here. We're up 525 for the day on PGH, 200 in BLTA Airlines. Option puts, we're still down, so I don't even want to brag about it. But we paid 30 cents average, and look at the ask price right now, all right? It's either 2/3 down or just about a third down on both of them. So there's not, even though we're up for the day, there's nothing to brag about that. NYXO, we're even. Let's just take a look at NYXO ECIG. We're down 208, but let's take a look at NYXO. NYXO, relentless. How many are they holding over here? All right, well, hourly just doesn't make sense. Can't. Let's look at daily. Let's see if that helps. All right. So how much are they holding at 0.0003? Well, look, today there was over 50 million shares traded, right? And how many you think were traded at 0.0002? Maybe a million at most. All the other transactions took at 0.0003. Okay, either the sellers hit 0.0003 or the buyers hit 0.0003. We had a few sellers, maybe I'm over exaggerating if I'm saying a million, but there's no more than a million shares that have been traded at executed at 0.0002. All right, there's over 100 million at the bid, and they're showing only 20,000 at the ask. But we all know that they really have more than that. We just do not know how much. Obviously, it's a market maker, and you cannot. Well, yeah, you could. You see smart over here. See the bid versus ask, and we just gotta wait it out. See what happens. I would like for it to close at 0.0004. You see, and the high. I would like that, but the sellers are relentless right now for this stock. Just don't know how much more further they can push it down. I mean, NYXO, it seems like they're turning things around, and the CEO of NYXO stated that there will not be no more reverse splits moving forward. And he said the stock should start stabilizing this week. That's what he said himself. So, it is stabilized for the week, technically, right? Well, not technically, for the day, I will still say, but for the week, in order for it to be stabilized, we need, well, where did it open, right? That's where we needed to close. So open at 0.0004. right? We're looking at the high right here. Pay attention. That's the high for the week. 0.0004. So if it's really stabilization, we need a 0.0004 close. But I don't know how much lower it can go. Well, actually, I do know how much lower, but we're just going to see a lot of buyers today. I mean, like, 50 million shares and nice doji at support levels. Not too bad, but I would like to see a 0.0004 close instead. Let's go back to ECIG. And if you hear banging, I'm smacking on my computer table while talking to you. Uh, it's 227. We have 100,000 at the bid, and we have 90,000 at the ask. Okay, so we got a little action with buyers and sellers. Both sides are relentless. It does look more to the downside, which has me a little bit nervous because I want to make money, not lose money. However, the buyers are trying to hold it up. Look what's going on here. Another 250,000 shares traded within the last 7 minutes, right? There's another 3 minutes left, so I mean, the buyers are trying, so are the sellers. It's a tug of war, it's a close battle. I would like to see it end at least break even for the day. Break even for the day would be, oh, excuse me. But break even for the day would be 12.1265. It's right now 0.127. 0.1227. We need 0.1265. It's far away from where it is, but that's what I'm looking for. And you see the histogram going up. Hopefully we'll get a pop with all this buying pressure. Pause it here, provide you guys another update soon. Traders, it's almost 3:40 in the afternoon right now. NYXO's beginning to look ugly. Uh, I don't like the way it looks right now, and I'm uncomfortable with the way it looks right now. But we're gonna hold it here just because I want to see if those 12s actually can hold those 12 2 zeros. Pause here, provide you another update soon. I want to show you guys the action. I just paused it, but let's see the action. Just broke through those 2 zeros. Now it's at 1 0 versus 1 2. See what happens. I'm going to record this live. Let's see if it takes me out. Just want you guys to see what it feels like to lose some money. All right. It's not funny. um, but that is the low of the day right here, as you can see. But I have my stop order. Trying to get there. Right here, a penny right there. You see that? That's where I place my stop order. I looked at that support level. And we'll see if it holds, right? That's why you try to place your stop order at the right price. I'm not saying it is at the right price. I believe it is at the right price. It's been trading above it, trying to confirm support, formed the support, but just broke through just now. And we'll see if it can hold it and form a hammer. And if it could form that hammer, maybe, then just maybe, I dodged a bullet. Okay. But you can see it's trying to tick back up. The spread is 9/10 of a penny right now, apart. Well, not 9/10 of a penny, 100th of a penny away, 900th of a penny away from right now. Do apologize. I was just trying to correct myself and provide the correct statement. Um, as you can see, it's still battling here. Don't know what's going to do. I would like to see the bid step up to 1.8 and lock the market. Hopefully we'll push the 1 lines out of the way and close above 2s. We'll form a hammer and then give us another 10 minutes of hopefully upswing. That's what I'm hoping for. We have another 8 minutes or so before this candlestick closes. I'm going to pause it right here just so I don't make this tutorial longer than what it already is. I try to stay within the hour. Obviously, I'm well over the hour at just about an hour and 10 minutes or so. But I'll pause it here and provide you guys an update soon. Traders, look what's going on. Think I'm gonna lose my money? Look at the bidders showing 5,000. The sellers are showing over 100,000, showing 140,000. Think I'm gonna lose my? Oh, there goes those bidders. Might just get wiped out. Look at that. Look at that. Down 276 in ECIG. Losing money. I want you guys to know how it feels to lose money. And I'm telling you, I'm feeling it right now, all right? I didn't get stopped out yet, but I'm feeling it. You know, another 11 minutes left. It just might take me out before the close. I, unbelievable. All right? There's definitely going to be selling pressure or buying pressure. It was going to go one way or another. Fortunately, it disagreed with me this trade. Um, we're not out yet, but we might as well be because it's near. Down 300 on this trade. Uh, okay, okay. Just trying to see where it opened up today. I'm getting out real soon, it looks like. It's at support. Well, the support level that I put it at. And we'll see what happens moving forward. See if we got a fucking, oops, excuse me. Excuse my language. See if we got a little life left with 10 minutes to go. I don't think we do. Excuse my excuse my language. See what I mean? I'm getting pissed right now because I know it's about to take my money, but I'm being patient. And I do apologize if you heard the profound four-letter word that shouldn't be said on this recording. But that's the language of a trader, and I do apologize. Um, I used to break my keyboards when a trade went terrible. I used to have actually a box of keyboards here. Uh, a little bit about myself. I started working on Wall Street when I was 18 years old, 33 now. Been in the investment trading field obviously for over 15 years. Uh, Started trading, I believe, somewhere around 20 to 21. I want to say that maybe even a little bit. I think around 20, maybe 21. Started trading, and been trading on and off pretty much my whole life. Been trading mostly. Now I started out as a day trader. As I progress, I realized day trading is not really the way to go. I'm more of a swing trader. Sometimes my positions last longer than usual. For example, pen growth, I think it's going to last for a while. I'm just going to trail it up until, you know, oil and energy wants to go belly up once again, then trail it up until then and collect monthly dividends. I don't care if it takes 10 years for me to get out of position. I'll take it. Okay. For all the other stocks, they're mostly swing trades. They're not day trades. I look to hold a position, I would say minimum 2 days and, maximum a month. Sometimes it's longer. Uh, Sometimes if it's, just trading sideways and upward in my momentum, I'll take a profit and just walk away and look at something else. It really depends. Some I'll hold longer. It depends what information is brought to me at that particular time, date, or even moment as reviewing that particular stock. Uh, Other than that, let's just do a quick wrap up while ECIG tries to take me out or give me some life at the very end. Uh, it's trying to help me not get stopped out. My stop order is hidden, okay? It's a hidden stop order. The reason why it's hidden, because if market makers can see my order, chances are they're going to take it, trail it down, take me out, then go back up. So it's hidden. Um, I'll talk more about hidden stops in the future. Um, I lost my train of thought. I do apologize. It's pretty much the end of the day, and I have some errands to do once the market closes. So that's why I'm actually talking to you guys and thinking what I got to do at the same time. But let me just finish with what I want to tell you guys. So while ESIC possibly takes me out for a loss, let's take a look at pen growth. Pen growth looking really, really sharp. I mean, oh my God, it looks good. And remember, I got it at 261.5. You see where that green bar is at the beginning? That's where I got it. Now, some people are going to say it's the lows. It's not the lows. This is the lows. I was actually going to try to pick up an extra 3,000 shares over here when I saw this triple bottom being formed. But I figured 7,000 shares was enough. So let's go to the airlines stock. Baltia Airlines, or Baltia Airlines, BLTA, however it's pronounced. It does look real good. It still looks strong. Yeah, tick down a little bit. We're still up for the day. The stock is still up for the day. Tesla, Gilead, we'll ignore for now. NYXO, wow, look at that. We got a .0002 print over here. Wow, what was that? 50 million shares? That's disgusting right there. All right, I'm down $1,050 right now on NYXO. But that's fine. That doesn't bother me. I'm just curious what's going to do moving forward. And ECIG just stopped me out. I'm not sure if you hear that beep, but I hear it, and it's very irritating. Um, okay, let me just stop it. All right, there we go. All right, so guess I didn't finish it. Look how many shares I have. It's gonna keep ringing until I'm full. There we go. I got my 40,000. You hear my phone going off? Those are my alerts. Okay. So I lost. Crying out loud. Just give me a sec. All right. Finally, the beeping has stopped. Well, it hasn't stopped. My phone's still beeping. It's letting me know that I got stopped out when I'm away. Okay? The transaction's happening. That's what all those beeps and alerts you heard. Beeps on my headset, alerts on my phone. Um, so, like I said, it's we lost 381 right here. Um, you know what? That's fine. I took a 381 loss. It stopped me out. I want to see what happens moving forward. Now let's just bring these down right here. This is the next support level. All right, so we'll see what happens over here. That support level is also broken. Doesn't make a difference. Now it looks like it's a possible fallout here. And if it is a fallout, we can see here, you see all the support levels are just deteriorating, right? You can see it's crushing us right here. You know, whatever. It's going down and it goes down. Hopefully I can pick it up. Now let's take a look backwards, see where it looks like it can take. Oh yeah, you see now it's just, and I told you it looks like the downtrend looked down, but I want to be proven wrong. So right here it looks like maybe it can even break through 7.5 cents. We'll have to see for some support before I could jump back in, but it looks like it's heading lower. So that means even though I got stopped out, chances are maybe I could pick it up at a lower level than where I got out of just now. So it's not too bad. I took a 381 loss on NYXO, excuse me, on ECIG. Uh, yeah, I'm upset about it. 381. Um, my realized loss, excuse me, I lost really $208.30. Okay, that was my realized loss. 381 because I was in the money yesterday and it went back down. Well, I was also in the money today, and my total loss was $208. It's not too bad. Well, a loss is a loss, and a loss irritates me, So let's go to ECIG, excuse me, NYXO, see how that's faring. Look at this. Look what's going on here. It's just twos are getting smacked right now. They said there would be stabilization. I don't see stabilization anywhere. Um, Listen to the conference call that NYXO put out. I believe it was Thursday of last week. So look at that, and let's just take a look and let's see what how good stocks are doing for us. Okay, so we got Malaysia, and Malaysia is looking good for us. Malaysia Airlines, and we got Pengrowth that's looking good for us. Um, as you can see, the USD is cash is lower now than what it was before because NYXO, excuse me, ECIG took us out. I'm saying NYXO because I see a larger red than ECIG. I see more of a loss over here, but we're not out of position with NYXO. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to keep buying them as this continues happening. What I'm worried about is a reverse split, and conference call, the CEO said there will not be any more reverse splits moving forward. Okay, that's fine. I can accept that then, but I just want to know if you also stated that there will be the stock should start stabilizing coming in next week. Why going into Friday, if it's stabilizing, why is it lower than last week's close? Okay, it didn't stabilize. And this is last week's close, right? And this is where it's at right now. Now, if it closes at 0.0003, then maybe it will, but I'm not sure. So I'll pause it here right now, provide you an update, I guess, after the close. All right, traders, final update. P&L up 453 for the day. NYXO broke even for the day at 0.000003 right here. That's the looks of it. So that's kind of strong, but it looks like let's just take a look at NYXO real quick. NYXO, look at the buyers and sellers. Look, the sellers smacked over 176 million shares prior to the close. I'm getting a little confused because I'm curious, and I say this because the conference call argument with one of their investors where the reverse split happened, and they said that there's not going to be another reverse split and the stock's supposed to stabilize. There's 176 million shares that was sold at 0.0002. Guys, nobody bought at 0.0001 to make a profit, right? So how in the hell was it sold at 0.0002? Now, it could be a market maker pushing it down. It could be, several things, or it could be um, individuals that actually run this company selling out all their shares and keep doing reverse splits and keep selling out all their shares. Uh, I, I don't want to say that's what's happening, and I would like to say market makers are pushing this down. I don't think somebody that merges with other companies and partners up with other companies to make their company worthless as well. I just can't believe that because it seems like they're partnering up with a lot of companies to succeed in the near future. However, this print, you know, prior to the close on the Friday prior to the end of the week, uh, has me in disbelief right now, and I'm gonna have to see what happens going into next week because somebody shares a huge portion, 176 plus million share. Oh, I'm sorry, that's for the day. I thought that was a 10-minute bar, and I was talking pretty much out of my butt. But let's go here, 124 million shares at the end was traded. Okay, so the last 10 minutes, or if that's the case, let's see when this transaction was happening. Okay, let's see. 353 and 355 was two large transactions. One for, trying to get back to it. One for 67 plus million shares, another one for 55 plus million shares. What the beep is going on? And this time I caught myself before I cussed. All right. So I'm not sure what's going on here, but I have some, it's an eye opener to see somebody pushing that much shares prior to the close, before the market close. It's making me wonder. So we got to be real cautious. I'm sure I'm repeating myself like, you know, I'm an echo. The reason why I'm saying this is because it seems like there's something fishy going on. Market makers are going to push this to 0.0001, then cover. That doesn't make sense. I'm pretty sure market makers are trying to cover at 0.0002, or at least some market makers anyway. The one that's trying to push it down, maybe they got in at 0.0004, and now they're trying to push it down 0.0003 to get sellers to sell 0.0002. I really don't know. But I'm pretty sure market makers are at 0.0002, buyers are at 0.0002 as well. Um, we'll see what happens next week. Enough said about that. And I do apologize if I'm rambling on about NYXO. It's just those two prints right there. Obviously, it could have been one to two sellers. It could have been one person or two people, two separate transactions. I'm unsure, but we'll see soon. Pen growth. Looking good at 272. This is a 1 minute. Let's go to 10 real quick. This is just a daily wrap up. And this is the daily. It doesn't look too bad, but it pretty much broke even for the day. Uh, it doesn't look too bad, but I want to see what the weekly looks like, and that does look solid. Triple bottom here. We get a pop next week. Woof! That would be good for us. Okay. Balshia Airlines looking good. I like it. I like it. All right. So forming support, strong and strong. Not too bad. This is what it did for the week. Okay. We pretty much got it right here. Pretty much. And that's what it did for the week. Looking good for us. NYXO we just spoke about. And ECIG took us out. Let me just zoom in. All right. Took us out right here. Okay, now I want to see if it goes to right here. If it gaps down, opens up somewhere around 9-10 cents, I'm buying at the open. We just have to wait and see because you see this red bar gap down then pop. So I'm expecting, since I got stopped out, gap down. Hopefully it's above this, but wherever it is, I'm going to start buying as long as it's a gap down. If it opens up at the same price it closed, I'm just going to let it trade and see what happens there. I'll pause it here, provide you guys, and I'll post this, I'll provide you guys this posting sometime this weekend, probably Sunday, and I'll obviously continue recording coming in Monday. Enjoy your weekend, guys. Remember, this tutorial is brought to you by WorldTradingInstitute.com, and my name is Zelman Yakubov. You can follow me at Twitter at Zelman Yakubov, just like that, at ZELM like Michael, AN like Nancy, YAK, U like umbrella, B like boy, O, V like Victor. Talk to you guys soon.